Good afternoon, sir. I am Fariya Sharif, PLLB third semester. With humble request, I would like to ask that due to pandemic, a lot of companies have changed their working style and they have suffered too. But data shows, and as you also mentioned, that Paytm has achieved positive growth in this time of pandemic. So what specific reasons do you attribute behind this positive growth of Paytm during pandemic? Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Fariya, for the question. First, I'm happy to see a woman entrepreneur in making. I think, I will tell you that I hope you end up being a top entrepreneur one day in your life. And you say, hey, Varun, you answered my question, so I became some top entrepreneur. That would be cool to get 10 years from today. But what's been the success during COVID? I think, success during COVID, pre-COVID, post-COVID, the recipe is the same. Okay, just that during COVID, I think the recipe got tested. Your values got tested. Okay, so let's talk about why Paytm is so great. And I think exactly the same thing continued. And Paytm is not my company, and Vijay has made it. And I have just seen in the last 4 months why it is so special. Okay, we've launched India's maybe #1 leading equity brokerage, which is a very tough product and platform to do, all sitting across 18 different cities. We've never met each other. Most of my team doesn't even know that Varun is 5'11" or Varun is so fat or not, because they've never seen me in person. Okay, just see me like you see me today. So most of them don't know anything about me beyond what you see, right? And I think we've launched a full company. We've taken on the biggest brokers in India remotely. Why has that happened? And I think that's the secret of success. First is what I would call entrepreneurship and delegation. Paytm runs on delegation, which means that somebody like Vijay says, hey, Varun, this is your company. Treat it like yours. You're not an employee here. Ye aapka hai. It's very easy to say this, very difficult to do. Okay, it's almost like your father telling you, Fariya, that hey, or your mother saying, hey, Fariya, I fully trust you, but then saying, okay, at this time you message me, at this time you do this, at this time you call me. Okay, that's not trust. Okay, that's called trust deficit in our language. Okay, so in our company, typically what happens in any company is when you delegate. Delegating and managing by exception is one of the toughest things to do, because that's what breeds responsibility and accountability and innovation. Because then I don't need to wait to ask my boss, is this right or wrong, right? I go. So I think that's the first big thing which I call accountability, responsibility, which makes a great entrepreneurial culture inside Paytm. Second, I think, is what I would call leadership by example. During this pandemic, if you wanted to launch something, you had to have worked harder. You can contact Vijay at 6 in the morning. He will be speaking to you. My last meeting with him has been 2 a.m. He'll still be there. Okay, I have never seen him angry. I have always seen him smiling. He loves playing music. He's a happy guy. When you are like that and you're the founder of India's biggest fintech company, I'm also like that with my team. My teams are like that with their team. We're all a happy company, right? But I think it's leadership by example. If the top guy does it, everybody else is happy, right? And I think that's the second thing, that if you're working hard, you can't tell your team work on Saturday, Sunday, and you're going out. It doesn't work. If you want a holiday, your team also holidays. If you want to work, you also work. But I think it's called leadership by example. And the last thing, which I think makes Paytm special, is a culture of deep innovation. And maybe a fourth thing I'll tell you, but we are very, very innovative and disruptive. I think we ask ourselves every day when I come to office, and I know you had Mr. Ashish Chauhan from BSC earlier in the day. I met him, 2 weeks back for Muharat trading. And I asked him one question, sir, India में ना सिर्फ 12 million लोग trading करते हैं. उसमें से 9 million don't even trade. So there's only 3 million people who actually actively trade. We have a population of 400 million people. And all these young people, why don't they access capital markets? Why don't they trade? They should learn. He said, Varun, what's your dream number? I said, 100 million people should have at least one stock in their account before Varun leaves this job. Right? I can get up in the morning and say that in this company, which I don't think across India you can. And then Vijay will tell you, Varun, what do you need to do that? My board will tell me, Varun, what do you need to do that? And I think that's a fantastic part about Paytm. And I think the last, maybe a small comment, Fariya, I will tell you, is it's okay to fail. I think I love it. It's okay to be wrong. I do thousands of mistakes, by the way. Okay, I'm not perfect at all. I have my issues, big ones, but it's okay to fail. You don't get screwed if you fail. So I think those are the few things which we did. And I think all those things put together, Paytm has grown by about 100% in every single parameter during COVID. So it's been just fantastic for us as a digital company during COVID. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much for
sir.
answering with us.